That's where it all starts, is really just finding that thing that brings you joy and happiness, fills your bucket. Morning, welcome back. Good to see you again. It's a push day here in the gym, and we've got a pretty good workout. A couple new things we're throwing in just because I feel like it. I'm going to get back to some barbell bench pressing, just maybe even just for this week. I just want to play around with that a little bit today instead of doing the lever arm pressing, just to switch it up. And we're also going to be doing something called an Egyptian lateral raise here on the cable pulley. It's just another variation of the lateral raise that I think it's kind of deeper into the movement due to the lean associated with it, but more on that to come. It's nice and warm out. It's about like 50 something degrees outside, which means in the gym it's already fairly warm. We did turn the heater on just to kind of get it up to a more stable temperature, so to speak, but you know, that heater's pretty powerful once it gets warm enough in here, and I have a feeling we'll be stripping off some of these layers as this workout continues. No sense in dilly-dallying about it, though. We're going to be starting with some dumbbell shoulder presses. Really liked how those felt last week, so I'm pretty pumped to be doing them again. We're going to be going pretty heavy on those, and I think it's going to be a good opener for us. But before we get into that, though, we're going to warm up just with a little bit of cable work, rubber band work behind us here. We'll get set up for that over there. Just start getting things moving and grooving, liking each other a little bit more, and we'll see where it takes us. Starting off a bit more deliberate here with our warm-up. Not for any particular reason. You know, not like we have anything nagging us or bothering us that needs a little bit of attention. But we need to be doing this. And on these days where we're starting out with something, you know, fairly heavy, moderate to heavy weight, versus maybe a lighter accessory cable movement that we can kind of work up into a little bit easier, I like to throw in some of these warm-up exercises just to get everything moving and grooving. We've talked about that so many times, right? Just getting the blood flowing, it helps. It really does help. So very light band work here, and then some pretty light tricep work as well. We're actually planning to finish with overhead tricep extensions, so we're going to start with those two, just as a light warm-up. We're not going to go anything crazy here. We've only got 50 pounds loaded up on this cable, and we're not going to be increasing that, just for the warm-up at least. It feels very nice. Underhands as well. All right, set a warm up here with the 50s before we really kick this off. All right, working set, here we go. 10 to 12 reps. Moderately heavy here, but we did this last week fairly well, so I'm not worried about it. Yeah. Gosh, that felt so smooth. I almost want to put more weight on it, but I think we're going to leave it at 70 and just try to add a little bit more control. I'm really hoping that this weekend I can get to finishing up at least one set of those magnet weights. I put most of them, except for the 10s. So I put the 5s and the 2.5s through a paint stripper. I thought it might help with the overall process, and it did. It got rid of it, but I don't know that it's going to make that big of a difference, honestly. We'll see. I'm not sure if the effort and the work required will be worth it for the 10 pounders, especially for a proof of concept. Now, if I, prep all these, get it all working well, and the paint starts coming off in a couple months, yeah, maybe we strip them down completely and try to actually get the paint to do a long-term job there. But maybe for this first round, we skip the paint stripping on the 10s. We already did on the 5s and the 2s and the halves. But maybe we should skip it on the 10s and just get right to, putting those magnets in there. Very good. Gosh, those are feeling absolutely perfect this morning. Perfect. All right, slightly longer break here. I decided to go for it and actually up the weight 5 pounds here. Thinking it's going to be the right move. Shouldn't be too much longer of a break, but definitely longer than a minute, which is what we were aiming for. All right, right into it. Yeah. Perfect. Wow. Very glad we upped the weight there. Absolutely what we needed. Absolutely what we needed. And the magnet plates will make it a lot easier, that's for sure. And I am really hoping that I can dedicate some time to those this weekend and actually get those finished up so we can stop talking about them and start using them. Okay, time for some lateral raises. Let's get set up for that. All right, we are all set up for Egyptian lateral raises. Now, if you've never done these before, they're actually pretty simple. On your cable machine, generally there's a center pole, center beam here that the pulley can rest on. You can grab that and hold on to that, or really any supporting structure that's relatively close to the apparatus that you're using to lift this up, right? And all we're simply going to be doing is leaning away from it, so that when we lean, the shoulder that we're going to be lifting with is essentially at a deeper angle than it would be if we were just standing straight up. Meaning, when you raise that up, you're going to have more room to raise it up to. Essentially what we're doing is taking our lateral raise and extending it up further, but we're going to be leaning into it so that we're really just coming up to parallel right here, parallel with the ground here. You tell me what you think about this one. I enjoy them. I actually really, really like this exercise for a cable exercise. I like the deeper range of motion. I really do. And I think it allows you to push just a little bit more out of what's possible with your delts here. So let's get after it. I've got my mutant metal handles set up on either side of me here. Those are going to be my supporting bars. I need to remain, this pulley is not as flexible. It doesn't, move on an angle like this. So I've got to stay relatively center line with the pulley here. That's the only downside for my setup, but I don't think you'll have that problem. Whew. Okay. Man, I already took my pants off. It's getting warm in here. We're going to take this hoodie off too. Okay. Set number 2. Yeah. All right, third and final set here. I took the weight down to 10 pounds. Reason for that, I didn't feel like those reps were as controlled as I normally like them to be. So I took it down to 10 in the hopes that one, we can control those a little bit more, but we're also gonna be adding in myo reps here at the end for, whatever we can do. I don't know that there's gonna be a lot left in that tank. So let's get after this here. Again, we're going for control and good ROM on these. We were really close there, but I'm thinking in this third set, we're a little bit too tired to really get that 15 pounds like we were doing and finish it all the way to the quality that we'd like. That's better. Some myo reps here. Okay, one more. Come on. Okay, whew. Good. All right. Whew. I'm glad we lowered it, I can tell you that. All right, right side now. Holy cow. All right. Come on. Oh, God, that's it. Oh. Oh. Very, very good. Can't be upset with that. That was just a good set overall. All right, that was great. We're going to be moving over here, the bench, and bringing that in for some barbell bench press. Really looking forward to that one. We'll get this cleared out, get set up for that. Oh, it feels good to be under a bar again. All right, 225 loaded up here. We're gonna be repping some of this out. So this should be a nice moderate weight for us to rep out and really just crank out some volume here. It's been a minute since we've done the bench press and I've been just dying to do it for a while. I don't know why I didn't throw it into my programming. I could have at any time. It's my gym and my training plan. But we're throwing it in here today. So gonna get after it. 225 for some reps here. We'll see how it feels. Maybe we'll up the weight. Maybe we'll lower it by the end. Who knows? Well, we're gonna get after it and find out one way or another. That's great. I think we're gonna keep the weight there for now. I like that. I like the control. I like the slight pause we had there. I may even try to extend the pause just a little bit. That was good, really good. Man, there's just something about doing real barbell work that feels fantastic. You know, the lever arms and machines, the dumbbells, the cables, all that stuff, it's fantastic for getting right on the nose with total failure. But the barbell, I don't know. There's just something special about it. You can't have a gym without a barbell, you know? You could, don't get me wrong. As I showed you a couple episodes ago, my home gym started with a futon mattress box and some kitty litter and a rubber band. Really not much to speak of. So a gym can be just about anything we want it to be. But for me, nowadays, there's just something about that barbell that really completes the gym for me. Oh yeah, now we're getting there. But that's the magical thing about exercise too. There isn't one way to do it. It's not one size fits all. Even if you're training the same thing, even if you're a power lifter, training with other power lifters, a bodybuilder with other bodybuilders, etc., what works for one person isn't always going to work for you. And so that's what's amazing about the gym. You are in charge of what's going to be best for you, what you enjoy the most. And so how you define what the gym is, what exercise is, it's all up to you. Don't worry about what other people think. Do what feels good and right for you. That's going to be a sustainable habit, a long-term habit that you can actually chase down goals versus setting goals that are miserable, not fun, not enjoyable, something you can't keep up with, can't sustain, those types of things. That's where it all starts, is really just finding that thing that brings you joy and happiness, fills your bucket. A lot of times people look at health and fitness as this thing that they just have to do. And to a degree, there is that. Look, even this morning, I was like, man, I want to get out there for this workout, but gosh, there's a part of me that would love to just sit on the couch and play some video games. And there is an element always of pushing yourself out there. But when your motivation drops, that's when routine and consistency can help you out and take over for you. If you keep doing it, if you keep at it, if you really keep focusing on getting to that thing, whatever that thing is for you, for your exercise and fitness goal, consistently, on the days that you're really struggling, motivation is struggling, the desire, the drive, your routine and consistency can help pull you there because it's just what you do, right? It can be so powerful, so powerful. So find that thing that helps define the gym. For me, it's the gym. But for you, it might be the racquetball court, the basketball court, the tennis court, the soccer field, the disc golf course. Find that thing that becomes the gym for you, that you can love and enjoy all the variations, all the different things that you could possibly do. And it's going to be a lot easier to actually sustain those habits and get that physical fitness that you're needing to be healthy and to chase down whatever your goals might actually be. All right, one final set here. Bench press, we're going to go pretty hard here. We're going to do our full set and then probably some integrated partials at the end to just see how far we can take it. We'll see. We'll see what happens here. Oh, that's it. Yeah. Woo. Okay. Well.
Nope.
Well, we got 2 integrated partials. Better than nothing there. That was good. Feels good to be back under the barbell. And that's why we set these safety straps up. I knew I wanted to take it to failure, so I wanted to be able to safely set it down and not drop it on me or the dogs or anything like that. Especially when they're in here. Barbell collars and the plate collars rather, and the safety straps or the safety arms are a must. I just can't take that risk, them running around, and if they bump into me, I don't want to get hurt. I don't want them to get hurt. So as much safety as possible, we're going to exhibit it. Right? Huh? You big dummy? Come on. Come here. Hi. You're so needy. You wanted to be inside, remember? And it's kind of rainy and mucky out there, so you definitely can't be outside. Okay? Okay. Okay. This is Moko. Moko is 2, but still thinks he's a little puppy. and just loves all the attention. He's a show dog, therefore he's not fixed, whereas Baloo is not a show dog, he is fixed, and this guy has some shows coming up. Hopefully he brings home his championship finally. Right? Right? It's coming up here in February. All right, let's get on to the next exercise. I forget what it is, actually. I'll see you there. All right. Like I said earlier, we're going to be, I guess we're not completely finishing. We're not done with the workout yet, but we are going to be ending our tricep work with the same exercise we started warming up with, which is going to be some cable press downs, but we're going to be doing them overhead here and with our cable bar here. So let's get after that. Sets of 10 here, and I think I'm going to throw in a drop set at the end just to give us a little bit extra volume. I struggle to get into position with these just due to how high the cable actually is. Unfortunately, I can't adjust the height of this thing to an adequate level, but just got to make do with what we got here. So we can get into this. It's not the end of the world. Let's crank out some reps and get after it. Too light, more weight. Good. Okay, set number 2. Third and final set here. So I was going to do a drop set. I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm either going to do some long length partials or some myo reps. I'm really not sure which I'm going to do just yet. I guess I'll figure it out by the time I get there. I hope I do. Quick rest. I'm going to take this wide, switch up the grip here, get a little bit wider. Come on. We can do one more. Come on. One more. Failure. Oh, that's it. Oh, okay. I am pleased with that. The hard thing, like I said, is getting this into position overhead so I can actually lift it. But once we get it there, it moves, man. It moves almost too well. Like I could add more weight if I could get this into position. So if any of you are watching and you've got a suggestion on how I could better rig this to be at a more biomechanically advantageous position to start in, let me know. Let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear it. I don't know exactly how I could rig it up to set it up. Part of me wonders if I could use my barbell and the J-cups here pushing into this side of it with a pulley on a little safety strap. I don't know if that would be the best solution or if it would just be too much work rather. But if you've got any suggestions on how to make this a little bit more of an adjustable thing so that I could kind of lower where it's actually, the pulley is actually sitting, appreciate that. Drop it down in the comments. Okay, I'm going to apologize for the camera angle ahead of time if it doesn't work out, but I think this could be a good shot. We'll see. We'll see if you guys like it. We're doing some Super-ROM lateral raises here. So let's get after those. This is our last exercise of the day. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Woo. That's some good stuff right there. All right, that last set was at 25. It felt just a smidge too heavy, just a smidge. Like I couldn't control it as well as I wanted to. So we took these down to 20 here, and now we're gonna crank these ones out. Oh man. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm glad we took the weight down. Whew. I'm really glad we took the weight down. That was pretty darn tough there. I barely finished, but we're gonna get one more set in here and take it home. Take it all the way home. Okay, final set here. This one's gonna be tough. This is gonna be really tough, but we'll do whatever we gotta do to finish it. So we're gonna do our set here, and then we're gonna do some, rather than do the Super-ROM to finish it, we're gonna do some regular lateral raises, but they're most likely gonna be integrated partials at that point, or long length partials rather. So probably not gonna be able to come up all the way. That's okay. We're gonna burn it out all the way to the bottom until we just can't move that weight anymore. Let's do it. Okay, come on. Oh, that's it. That is it, folks. Wow. Okay. Well, that's all for today's workout. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for being here. I appreciated you being here, that's for sure. I'm going to wrap up with some decline sit-ups over here. Got my ab work in. And then go inside and eat me some breakfast. So I hope you have a good rest of your day, good rest of your week. Whatever the day holds, I suppose, and the week holds for you. Get after it. Chase it down. Don't give up. I believe in you. I'll see you next time.